Personally, I found it overall disrespectful to the legacy of Indiana Jones. Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. Thank you so much for joining me again for another video. Today I'm showing my lovely wife Jen the final entry so far in the Indiana Jones franchise, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. This came out several years after The Last Crusade. I'll leave it at that. How are you feeling going into the final entry?
So, how many years are in between?
I think at least a couple decades.
Just looking at it and knowing that fact that there's so much time in between, I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna like this one as much as the others.
Why?
Because it appears to be different and I don't like change. Just being honest, if I find something that I like, I really like to just stick to that formula. Switching it up too much is usually not something that is up my alley, but I might be surprised, who knows, it may be like the best out of all of them. I see Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, so we still don't have the internet. We're supposed to be moving July 8th. That might be around the same time this video actually comes out. I have it on Blu-ray, so there's like the Blu-ray scene here. It's not giving away anything, just showing who some of the actors in the movie.
I think I've seen him in like one movie before. I don't know, he didn't really do anything for me. So I'm curious what the storyline is gonna be, if I'm gonna have any of the other supporting characters back, and just really curious to see what they're gonna do. So I guess we'll check it out.
You brought up Shia LaBeouf being in it, and this was when he was like at his heyday in fame. This came out 2008. The first Transformers movie came out 2007. So he was riding high when this came out, and I really love Shia LaBeouf. And then he just went on this really weird, strange downward spiral, and he's just kind of just remained there ever since. But during this time, man, I was a huge Shia fan. But let's go ahead and get into the comment of the day. This comment of the day comes from The Last Crusade. This is from Florian, who says, I love that opening sequence. It explains so much of the Indiana Jones lore. How Indy got his scar by hitting himself with the whip, how he got his fear of snakes by falling into a box full of them, and how he got his hat. I really enjoyed that too. Harrison Ford actually has a little scar on his chin, so they had like an in-universe way that Indy would have that. So thank you so much for that comment of the day. If you would like your comment featured in a comment of the day, leave a comment down below. We'd love to know some of your thoughts. We only do comments of the day for movies, and we've been doing just a lot more TV shows recently, which is why there haven't been as many, but we'd still love to check them out. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So we joke on the channel about my horrible luck. Well, get this, the Xbox has become finicky now. I can't play any more games on it. So the one solace I had in this internetless hellhole has now been taken from me.
I know y'all want content, but there is somebody that does not want us to produce.
Yeah, and then the TV started cutting in and out. Like it just started turning off. And not like a HDMI thing, but I was like fiddling with it, trying other things, and the TV just like shuts off entirely every couple of seconds. So luckily, because of my history of bad luck, I had a spare TV. This is true. I bought a TV a while back on sale. It's a 50-inch TV, so it's a little smaller than our other one, but I had the backup, so we're good to go.
Yeah, but now you don't have a backup.
So I'll have to eventually replenish the backup.
Good music choice. John Hurt is in this.
Heck yeah. Jim Broadbent. I don't know who that is. Sorry, buddy. Teenagers are still the same. I'm becoming much more fuddy-duddy old age now. Atomic Cafe. Fallout 4.
The Pentagon sent out revised...
Oh!
What?
Hail Hydra. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I love the music.
There he is.
Russians.
That was cool. I remember seeing that in theaters. It's been 20 years since we'd seen Indy on screen.
That would be from...
Always Russians.
Yeah, when?
Wait, when did this come out?
2008, 1 year after Spider-Man 3. So I gauge my references of time as when Spider-Man came out.
Drop dead. I'm sorry. I meant drop dead comrade.
Look at Kate Blanchett.
Love the wig.
Something I really like about her, she really gets into the roles she plays.
Found.
In Mexico.
Where is it you would imagine I am from?
Well, the way you're sinking your teeth into those W's, I should think maybe Eastern Ukraine.
You're a hard man to read.
Falcon Pucciabelli. Hardman.
I want to watch the movie too. I love the Crystal Skull. Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's where the Ark is and all this other stuff.
You see the 51?
Oh, is that where they are? Area 51?
I think it's supposed to be. Can you lay down?
Keep it tight. Know what you
Ooh,
You will.
sauce.
Он хочет мои патроны.
Metal in this gunpowder should point the way.
Sure. It's a big warehouse. It's cool. It's cool. Like Spider-Man 2.
Oh. Is it an alien?
Looks like she's cutting into rubber.
I think I'm watching X-Files. Is it for real an alien?
I don't know. Looking rough though.
Ooh. You know what? The other ones did not have that.
They surely didn't. Oh.
Well, what can I say, Jonesy?
Oh. Woo.
Damn, I thought that was closer.
She kind of reminds me of that bony chick in Clone Wars.
That was the Ark.
Don't get clever, Boris. You don't know him.
Oh, nice. Oh. Oh, of course.
Really? That easy, huh?
Oh.
You still got it. Oh man, I wanted to see more of Area 51.
Could always
I
go.
love that crap.
We can always go.
How old is he now?
He's 79 now, I think.
I knocked. You guys got to pull.
Is it a testing ground?
Put on goggles or turn away. Do not remove goggles or face first.
Oh.
Wait!
Lead lined.
1, 0.
It's gonna be you, Boston.
Hardman, take it back!
It'll be alright. Oh, nice. See him popping out of there. Oh, that was close. Almost didn't make it out of that one. It's just totally fine. He got launched like 5 miles. Great visuals though. Yeah, a lot of people joked about that scene. Like, there's no way. I did see a couple of comments make a good point that, like, in one of them, there's like cutting people's hearts out and they're still living, and like some of the absurdity of some of the other movies. So that did seem a little higher than those other examples, though.
What was in the steel box they took?
You tell us. You've seen it before.
Mutilated remains.
Is that Roswell? He's talking
Yeah.
about? Yeah.
In the full picture.
Don't you know it's dangerous to climb into a refrigerator? Those things can be death traps.
Good to see you too, Bob.
Stalin's fair-haired girl. His favorite scientist. The Kremlin.
Stalin?
The world, scooping up artifacts she thinks might have paranormal military application.
Dates from 3100 BC and was continuously occupied for 600 years until... What?
The FBI showed up this morning, ransacked your office, searched all your files. The university isn't going to get itself embroiled in that kind of controversy. Not in this charge.
Controversy.
I resign.
Aww.
Oh, Sean Connery.
Dad and Marcus.
Oh, Sean.
See a glorious picture of him.
Look at him.
Wonder how much they had to pay to use that photo. Uh-oh. Oh, it's Shia.
Harold Oxley, the archaeologist? Yeah. You're gonna kill him.
Uh-oh.
Name's Mutt. Mutt Williams.
Mutt?
Yeah.
His name is Mutt.
Yeah.
The one I picked, you got a problem with it?
Take it easy.
Ox kind of helped my mom raise me.
Saying somebody...
He's down in Peru. Found some type of skull.
There are a number of crystal skulls in the world. I saw one in the British Museum. Akator? He said that?
Yeah.
You're sure?
That's what he said. He said Akator.
Conquistadors called it El Dorado.
Ooh.
Supposedly the Uga tribe. Technology that wouldn't be seen again for 5,000 years. The legend says that a crystal skull was stolen from Akator and that whoever returns the skull to the city temple be given control over its power.
Power, right. So there's some kind of power. What's the power?
It's just a story.
Ox said he hid that skull someplace, and if my mom doesn't come up with it, they're gonna kill them both. And she said you'd help me. Shut up. That's my mother you're talking about. All right?
I don't know about this storyline. How's his mom involved?
You'll see.
Like you're some type of...
2 bricks over there at the counter.
There's 2 bricks.
We don't ask again. Come now.
Or what?
Nice try, kid, but I think you just brought a knife to a gunfight.
What?
She... What? That was messy.
Little 50s fighting. Boston, I'm gonna drown you in the river. Eating the stuffing out of the blanket. Like it's cotton candy. Oh, jeez.
Looks like such a nice area.
Looks nice. Oh, they're in Hogwarts.
Oh man, I miss watching Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
That was really good. You can always watch the Fantastic Beasts movies. Wilhelm scream.
Hey, Dr. Jones.
Yes?
I just had a question on Hargroves and Normandy.
You gotta get out of the library!
The skull is in Nazca, Peru.
Remember the Inca Cola I brought?
I rode with Pancho Villa.
That's what that looked like, piss?
Bullshit.
My stepfather was from Peru, adding to the Holden lore. And when I went to Peru,
It's the exact same color as urine.
he had me try Inca Cola. And until recently, I could only find it in like Hispanic stores. But recently I saw that Publix was carrying it, so I bought some to have Jen try it, and had Jen try it. It tastes different to different people. It tastes like bubble gum, some people say it tastes like pineapple.
Fix motorcycles?
Gonna do that for the rest of your life?
Maybe I will. Teach, you got a problem with that?
This is exactly how I imagined Shia LaBeouf.
Sister.
Like how he talks. They got a problem with that, teach?
Yeah. Yeah, he got really weird. It was a shame. I loved his Even Steven days.
Got a good head of hair, though. Oh, that's an alien.
Cranium. And the same word.
Return where?
Or return.
Oh, yeah.
You
It's
mean
a grave for sure. It's okay, Buzdo.
Grave robbers will be shot.
Good thing we're not grave robbers.
Jeez, we got Spider-Man. We got Peruvian Spider-Man over here. Oh! It's Caesar.
Oh, we love Caesar. Oh my gosh.
Oh! Nice.
What are you doing? Put that thing away. Give me some light over here.
We get it.
Me with Savannah. Their phone.
Is this horror?
Nah. Oh, nice.
I didn't realize we were watching The Mummy.
Oh, dude. Screw that.
Comes to scorpions, the bigger the better. Small one bites you. Don't keep it to yourself.
What? Is that true?
I don't know.
I love all these bodies.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
I love Disturb.
Like the drawings.
Don't listen to that.
I mean, I'm aware of it.
Close.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Looks like you just died yesterday.
It's the wrappings. They preserved him.
Still like crispy.
Yeah.
500 years.
Like a Lay's potato chip for a face.
I bet it smells like ass down there.
It's him.
Oh, that's a cute little mask.
It's Oriana himself.
They called him the Gilded Man.
Oh, jeez.
His lust for gold was legendary.
What were they looking for?
Oh. Gold isn't magnetic, though, is it? Whoa.
It's an alien.
It's the Greys.
A single piece of seamless quartz. Cut across the grain. Crystal's not magnetic.
Neither's gold.
Oh, yeah, see.
What is this thing? He put it back where he found it. Why?
We ain't doing that. Huh.
Hello, Jonesy.
Eventually, they're gonna let me out of this chair, comrade, and when they do, I'm gonna break your nose.
Be smart, do the right thing, just like...
Oh.
You survived to be of service to us once again.
Well,
Once again.
A new frontier of psychic warfare. That was Stalin's dream. The body we found in New Mexico was not the first. We'd already dissected 2 others from similar crash sites in the Soviet Union. Why do you choose not to believe your own eyes?
It's E.T.
Its skeleton was pure crystal.
Why do you think Akator even exists?
You should ask your friend that question.
This is the guy?
I guess so.
What have you done to him?
We ain't done a...
He was the Chancellor in V for Vendetta, too.
Surely you're not afraid, Dr. Jones. You've spent your entire life searching for answers.
Careful. You might get exactly what you wish for.
I usually do.
She's a little sassy.
Yeah. Russian women usually are. She's Russian.
We will turn you into us. You won't even know it's happening.
Oh, jeez.
Rotten, rusky son of a bitch! Indiana Jones.
No.
Yep.
Sweetheart.
Mom.
What are you doing?
What?
To come
Marion
here
is your...
yourself.
You never wrote that? You never...
Right?
Phone calls? How
Marion Ravenwood is your mother.
Really good life.
Well, so have
All right.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Jones, you will help us.
Glad she's back.
Yes, will do.
Auto writing. I should have seen this. 3 times it drops.
Good ox, good.
Their directions. Get me a map.
Cut!
Down to where it meets the...
Just keep your cool.
That's convenient. Oh.
Stay back!
Stop, don't move.
Sand, mud, and water, and depending on the viscosity, it's not as dangerous as people
Oh, for Pete's sake,
sometimes
Jones. His name is Henry.
Henry, good name.
He's your son.
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, when did they do that?
Grab it. Go get something else.
Like what?
Go get something else.
Hold tight.
Poor snake.
It's like a bad episode of Maury.
I know. Dang it, Ox.
No.
Gave up your vote on who I marry when you decided to break it off a week before the wedding.
Hey.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Shut the hell up!
Didn't you ever wonder years ago why Ox stopped talking to you?
Why are you bothering to tell me now?
Because I thought we were gonna die.
Not yet.
There's been plenty of women for you over the years.
Oh, there were.
There were a few. They all had the same problem.
They weren't you, honey.
No. Oops, Marion. And that's why I let your father raw dog me in the back of a Chili's.
Holden Thomas
Okay, all right.
Hardman. I can't believe you said that.
That's the only one. I haven't done one in a while.
It's because you watched that episode of that
Oh,
show.
the boys, that show. Like you weren't sitting here watching it with me.
No,
with
not that.
With a big old smile on your face.
Not that.
What are you talking about?
From Unexpected. The
Oh,
raw.
that-
I'm a professional raw dogger. Oh my gosh.
Whoa. Oh man.
This is messing up that forest.
Kate. I like these boat cars. Nice, Indy.
Hi, Mac.
This looks pretty rough. Against.
Yeah, it looks like it looks fake. Yeah, like that there. I don't know
I mean,
why.
there's
it
some
just
scenes that don't look so bad.
You're right. There's something about the way this one looks.
Like when they're on the side, it doesn't look that bad. I'm really not liking that.
Yeah, that looks pretty bad.
Repulse!
Yeah, like that. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Like you can't put your finger on why it looks so off. Oh,
Disengage!
Marion. Oh.
He's getting away!
Kate Blanchett.
That looks very rough.
Yeah. Tarzaning his way over there.
This is very dangerous.
Oh, I wonder who did the visual effects on this movie. Because the opening, like, nuclear bomb scene stuff looked pretty good. Not sure he'd be able to catch up to them, but all right.
Yeah, they've traveled like 2 miles.
Yeah, they're driving 55 miles an hour. And he's just Spider-Manning his way through.
Better catch the next Ebola. But they all survived.
Oh, that was another close one. Ooh. Is that a bullet ant? Oh, it's when we were at the New Orleans Zoo. The big anthill. Oh, nice.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not sure what your plan is here. Ooh.
By the ear.
Yeah.
See, that looks pretty good.
Oh God.
Oh no. I don't know if I would put that on my head though.
Yeah, there's probably a couple in there still. They're doing that a lot, the splatter on the lens effect in this too.
Ah! What?
Oh, that was a close one. Well, they're dead.
3 times it drops.
Me on the Jurassic Park ride at Universal. Oh God. Oh, that was a close one. Another close one, guys. On the lens again. I don't know why they're doing that. Whoa! They would get totally crushed.
Like
in
a
those
log
rocks.
shoot at Mall of America.
Oh, we made it.
Lights are still on and everything.
Yeah, still got power. Tesla made this freaking boat car thing. I mean, test your luck, guys. You've been doing good so far. Oh, okay. Wow, that was crazy. Marion.
You okay? Babe, I have to return it.
Why you?
Because it told me to.
This is fresh. These were just used.
More worshippers.
Yeah, but that's not the sun they're worshiping. Taught the yoga. Farming.
Oh, History Channel late at night would love this.
I think I understand, Docs. 13 in a circle.
Ooh.
What?
This guy's just hanging out in there. Oh, jeez.
Let's go. Go! Go!
It reminds me of the kids from Hook.
Oh yeah, the Lost Boys. Lion.
They were just like hanging out in there waiting.
I guess so. It's like a Batman thing around their ankles and stuff.
You were here before. How did you get past them?
Had a tracker on them. I don't know why the green screen stuff in this movie just looks so bad.
What a waste of my time.
Ox was here before.
Some fantastic engineering.
Yeah. It was aliens. Oh shoot, are we gonna get like a beacon?
Move! Ox, move!
Uh-oh.
Hold this!
That was a little out of place.
It wasn't on his car. It was Mac.
Double cross.
Triple cross.
Now that's more like it.
Sumerian,
This place is the mother lode.
Etruscan, Babylonian.
They were archaeologists.
Cool. Oh. Uh-oh.
A triple agent?
More powerful together than they can ever be apart.
Like the Backstreet Boys. Oh, jeez.
It wants to give us a gift.
I want to know everything. I want to know.
Oof.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Ah. Star Wars.
What are they, spacemen?
Interdimensional beings, in point of fact.
What the hell is that?
I want to know.
Bail, bail, bail.
Just leave him.
I can see.
That's cool. Oh. It's all good. You just ride that puppy to the surface. There you go.
You just get a nice little out every time.
Yeah. Nice little back door. It's pretty sweet.
Oh my god, is it a flying saucer?
Heck yeah.
I still think that scene from the X-Files movie was one of the best.
You still haven't seen Close Encounters. Oh, that's cool.
Like a broom to the footprints. Into the space between spaces.
Knowledge was their treasure.
Don't let that place fill up like a pool.
Why don't you stick around, Junior?
Dad?
Chili's bathroom, Oz. Ox. Did I ever tell you about that chick my dad and I both screwed? Oh.
Marvelous.
Marvelous.
She got over that Colin guy pretty fast.
Oh yeah, what happened to him?
He just raised his son, died, and they forgot about all that.
You may kiss your bride.
Oof, so glad it was Marion.
Me too.
What'd you think, Falcon?
Personally, I found the alien angle to be derivative and disrespectful of the original source material. Just finished Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I've got some thoughts on this one. I'd love to know your thoughts, especially with how different it is from the original three.
It was different, all right. To be quite honest, I didn't really like it. Which is weird because like, I really enjoyed Marion coming back, and I'm so glad it was Marion and not anybody else. I'll leave it at that. I kind of understand why they would go the route of Indy having this child. I kind of feel like they needed something to make this movie like, oh. So that was like, I guess the highlight for me. I also, I guess, liked that aliens were somehow involved in this one. I love any material that has to do with aliens or UFOs. Throwing that in there was kind of fun, but as far as everything else, I just, it wasn't very entertaining for me. Normally, CGI, that's not huge for me. I'm willing to overlook that. It's not enough for me to dislike a movie. However, in this film, they used a lot of it, and it wasn't very good. I don't know if their CGI artists actually looked at that and thought that it was good quality, like it looked good, or if they were just like, well, that's as good as it's gonna get, so we'll just throw it in there, and we'll throw a lot of it in there, which I really thought was a bad choice. That really bugged me, and I'm surprised how much it was bugging me, because that entire scene where they're having the chase in the jungle, I couldn't focus on anything else except for how bad it looked. And that's normally not something that bothers me. I usually don't get that much of a reaction, even if it is bad. But I think because it was so saturated with bad CGI, I couldn't push that to the side. So that was a serious downer. I wish if they were going to have the CGI that they did, or the low quality, in my opinion, the low quality CGI, I wish they wouldn't have used as much, I guess. I don't remember, and I'm kind of ignorant as far as like when CGI became available. The first couple films, what I liked about them is they were very authentic, very like genuine, and it seemed like when they had those action scenes, a majority of it was they're actually using a horse or a car and having a chase. And so I felt like I was kind of lazy with this film. There was a couple of scenes where they could have, and I understand not going the route of the real thing for all of it, but there were some scenes that they could have. I didn't understand why they used as much bad CGI as they did. And like I said, I'm not used to complaining about CGI that much, but it really bugged me in this one. So that was overwhelmingly a negative for me. I always appreciate seeing Indy's character. Even in this one, I love his character in general. Do have to say that I missed Sean Connery's character. I kind of feel like with Sean Connery, when they kind of give you him, it's hard then to go back to not having him. So I definitely knew what I was missing. I adored his character, so not having him was a serious downer as well. But Marion was there, which I appreciated. Shia LaBeouf, I honestly went into this film thinking that I was going to hate him, but I didn't hate him, but I didn't love him either. And I feel like that's just how I am with him in real life. Like I haven't seen enough of him to like love him, so I'm kind of like neutral. And that's how I felt with him, besides the fact that he's like Indy's lost child or child that he didn't know about. Didn't really care about his character much. I know him and Indy were supposed to be like this team, but from the start, him showing up felt very unnatural, not placed well. The storyline of how he's in the mix, I'm still lost on. Ox was very much out of place for me too. Is he a friend of Mutt's? What is their relationship? I'm still unclear, and I probably missed it, but for me, that tells me something, that I just wasn't really into caring. Didn't really like that at all. Cate Blanchett, I respect her as an actress. She was in the movie Elizabeth, which I really enjoyed. I thought she was phenomenal, but I was surprised at how, I'm trying to word this correctly because it's not her acting. I don't know if it was just the character that I didn't like, but then there's times that I did enjoy the character, so I can't even place why I didn't like that either. There were a couple scenes where it just didn't feel believable, so I didn't like that either. So really the only thing I liked about this film was the prospect of having aliens in this storyline somehow. Indy, I really enjoyed. Marion, I love that she showed back up. Other than that, it really didn't do anything for me. Didn't really like the storyline. CGI really bothered me. I thought that they were kind of lazy with this film, and that is something that I don't like because I really enjoyed all the other films. I felt like they had like genuine, believable action. And correct me if I'm wrong, I know at least 2 of the artifacts were based on some sort of historical facts. What was the third one? Because we had the Ark, the Cup, I forgot the name,
and then there was
the Holy Grail.
The stone in the Temple of Doom.
And the stone wasn't real?
I don't know. I don't know for sure.
Well, at least 2 of them were based on actual like artifacts.
Yeah, well, crystal skulls are based on real things.
But not an alien one.
Well, that's where they'd get it from.
Which I know may seem kind of confusing. I liked the idea of aliens, and that's something, just a preference, so don't look too much into that. But I liked kind of learning about those 2 artifacts, at least having some sort of like historical basis. So that, again, that's just a preference, but this one really had nothing to do with history, besides the fact of mentioning, you know, Egyptians and Macedonian history and whatnot. But I think they were kind of lazy with this. It felt like they were kind of throwing in a famous actor here, and let's bring Marion back, and you know, we'll throw some CGI in there. It doesn't have to be that good, and we got an action film, and then we'll throw, you know, Indiana Jones in there. You know, how bad can we do? And it felt really lazy, which sucks because I really thought that I was gonna be wrong, that I was gonna end up liking it, at least more than I did, and I just didn't.
This one obviously feels very different than the original 3, filmed way later. It's still the original crew. It's still Spielberg, Lucas, Harrison Ford, Kathleen Kennedy. I really feel like the bones of the movie is not bad, but they go back and forth between the absurdity levels. Like, it fluctuates too much. Like, I like them going to the Area 51 place, and they're having to have Harrison Ford help them find the coffin at the very beginning with an alien body. Okay, so we're in this, okay, so there's the alien stuff. And that's the extent of our suspension of disbelief when it comes to these movies. The Ark of the Covenant being like this real thing, you open it up, you know, so we're suspending our disbelief in that way. But then you have the nuclear bomb going off and Indiana Jones surviving a nuclear blast inside of a lead-aligned fridge. It's too much. You're already asking us to accept the alien premise and whatnot in an Indiana Jones movie, and then we're doing that. So I don't mind so much the alien route. I like alien stuff. I think it's cool having alien stuff in an Indiana Jones movie, trying to weave history in it and like the Peruvian lions or whatever and the Mayans and stuff like that, and be like, okay, I guess I could see that, how they could make that work. So the alien thing doesn't really bother me as much as it bothers, I know, a lot of critics of the movie. I feel like the first half of the movie, with the exception of the nuclear blast stuff, was actually not bad. It's good, decent Indiana Jones going back to his college, setting off on his mission. I really don't mind Shia in this. I kind of agree with you. I don't love him, I don't hate him. He was okay, and like I said at the beginning, this was like when he was in his heyday of popularity. And then I think from the chase scene, the CGI chase scene that we talked about, and on, it was really rough. The CGI was, I don't know what happened. There must have been something that happened either with the VFX group that they hired for that or something, because the nuclear bomb shot, with the exception of the refrigerator tumbling all around, the blast itself looked great. I thought the end sequence looked great with the ship flying off. I thought all that looked good. The water sims looked great. I think the ants looked fine, but there's something about that chase scene. So I bet you there was some problem that we're never going to know, or at least it's not made aware to me, with that particular chase scene, where it just goes like this indefinite chase in the forest. There was kind of an indefinite chase in the Area 51 warehouse. It just goes on and on and on. And at some point I'm like, all right, let's wrap this up. The Crystal Skull thing, when it comes to them going into the skull cave and whatnot and seeing like the little collection of all the skull aliens, I thought that was fine. I thought that was okay. It reminded me of kind of The Last Crusade. They got to the little area and then it's revealed to them that they're the person or the people there that have been there the whole time. But the fluctuations are what really throw me off with the movie. The alien thing is probably preference. As far as I can't stand there being aliens in an Indiana Jones movie. And I try to remember that we had Kali Mar and we had these other absurd-ish moments in the other films. So I try to be forgiving in that way, but that's where I'm at. Solid bones, really rough throughout though, rough moments. What would you rate this one?
Just thinking about it, I think my biggest problem is that I feel very much that in the first couple films, they put a lot of energy and dedication into the action scenes, very devoted to it. And I felt like if you're gonna spend this much time on some of those scenes, I mean, that jungle scene went on forever. I'm like, is there a jungle that goes on for that long that would allow them to drive that long? I don't know. I want something that shows me that they put a lot of effort into that. And to me, it's very clear that that was not the case. It was probably, I imagine this is gonna be a lot easier than this other option. If you're gonna spend that much time on a scene like that, then you have to give me something more. The log chute ride, It was just one after the other, and I wish they would have recognized that, first of all, that looked rough. You have to give me some kind of suspense besides just like going over, they're all fine, and then doing the exact same thing again. If one had fallen in the water and was drowning, at least that would have been a moment of like, oh my gosh, like, is one of them not gonna make it from dropping how many feet? But they didn't give me that. Not a scratch on them, nobody drowned. So again, that just felt very, very lazy. And if you're gonna take up that much time in the film, I expected more than that. And I feel like it's tarnishing Indiana Jones movies, The bar is so high. So altogether, that film just did not cut it for me. I think I'm gonna give it a 6.
Yeah, a lot of people agree with you that this was a horrible way to end the legacy of Indiana Jones, and one of the reasons that we're now cautiously optimistic with the 5th one that's supposed to come out next year. I am probably a little more forgiving of this movie than probably a lot of you guys that are watching, because I still found it to be pretty entertaining. I pointed out the absurdity of the refrigerator thing. You pointed out the absurdity of them just like falling with no consequence.
It was literally a log chute.
Yeah, and I just, at no point, this is probably what it is. At no point in the chase scene, with the refrigerator, in the boat, did I ever feel like any of the characters were really in any kind of danger. They had removed reality so far from the movie that it became nonsense. And I realized that we're talking about aliens and we're, Kali Mar and all that stuff, but it was it was too far in a way that shouldn't have been. Because in the other Indiana Jones movies, the reality is, you know, that's a child's fairy tale, that's superstition. We're still in the real world, and the crazy thing is, there's really a holy grail. Or the crazy thing is, there's really the Ark of the Covenant, and if you open it, it's supernatural. But we're still in the real world. This one was just, the whole thing was not in the real world. But with the exceptions of those fluctuations, I still found a lot of enjoyment out of it. I still thought it was fun. Not my favorite indie movie. I like seeing Marion come back, which was great, and I'm glad that they ended up together, which was nice. I probably will go with a 6.5 for this one. Not like super high, just personal opinion. I can forgive some of those things because it was a fun ride overall.
Literally. A fun ride.
Yeah, but that is it. Jen and I appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like. It does help the channel out a lot. Comment down below. We'd love to know some of your thoughts. Most of the people that watch the videos don't make it this far into the video, so if you made it this far, I appreciate you. Leave me a comment letting me know that you've made it this far into the video. Subscribe, you'll be notified next time we post a video. Check out Patreon. You can watch the full-length reaction along with us. You'll get early access to select stuff and a lot of other fun things over there. We're doing Clone Wars right now. We're starting to make some pretty decent headway into it. But that is it. Jen and I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.
What did you think of the movie Falcon?
Personally, I found it overall disrespectful to the legacy of Indiana Jones and how the other movies were placed in an actual religious subtext, whereas this one I felt like was more of History Channel late at night on some steroids. You know what I mean? So, total rating, I'd have to give probably a 0.5. Subscribe.
And Boston, what would you give it?
Sorry guys, I didn't actually watch the movie. I got too scared with all the aliens.